This week's Torah portion is called Zav, which means command. The Heavenly Father commands Moshe to command Aharon and his sons about how the priests are to handle the offerings from last week's Torah portion. These regulations apply to offerings brought to the priests by others, as well as offerings by the priests themselves. After Torah clarifies these details, the nation is ready to officially inaugurate the priesthood. In this ceremony, Moshe anoints Aharon as the nation's first high priest. Interestingly, the Hebrew word Mashiach, which is Messiah in English, means anointed one. More specifically, it's someone who has been anointed with oil in this specific ritual. In other words, Aharon becomes history's first messianic figure in this week's Torah portion. This inauguration ceremony is the first national day of celebration after the Israelis left Egypt. In fact, it's been a full year since we left Egypt. Sefer Shemot, which is the book of Exodus in English, states in chapter 40, verse 2, that we began to build the Mishkan on the first day of the first month, which is at the end of the first year in the wilderness. According to Jewish tradition, it took 7 days to construct the Mishkan. And this inauguration ceremony happened immediately afterwards and lasted for another 7 days. In other words, this inauguration of the priesthood is in preparation of the first Pesach, which is the Passover, as a free nation. All of this sounds interesting, but what does it have to do with parental alienation? Perhaps we can answer this alongside our question from last week's Torah portion: why do most of us who are not priests need to study all of these details? The Torah portion called Yitro exhorts us, "You shall be to me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation." If you haven't already watched my video Yitro, I encourage you to watch it and to learn how overcoming parental alienation opens the door for us to embrace the Ten Commandments, which is based on reconciling with our alienated Heavenly Father, and the heart of these Ten Commandments is to honor both our mothers and our fathers. Our entire nation has a priestly calling on it to inspire the whole world to embrace the Ten Commandments. We have a calling on our entire nation to be role models to the world of unity with each other. This unity starts in the home with Shalom Bait, peace in the home. If we have Shalom Bait in the home, then we can have unity with our neighbors. If we can have unity with our neighbors, then we can have unity with the whole world. We have learned that the Pesach Seder, which is the Passover meal, is the only annual Jewish holiday that's celebrated in the home around the table. This is an image of the family gathering around the table in unity. This week's Torah portion is the same image on a national scale as the nation gathers around Aharon and his sons and anoints them as priests in time for our first Pesach Seder as a free nation. As I said last week, this is a nation that has abolished parental alienation from its midst. Therefore, it can come together in national unity to celebrate Pesach. If, heaven forbid, we should see parental alienation among us, we have a biblical obligation to make it a top priority to address it. Malachi chapter 3 verses 23 and 24 states, "Behold, I will send you Eliyahu the prophet before the coming of the great and awesome day of the Lord, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers on the children, and the heart of the children on their fathers, lest I will come and smite the land with isolation." Instead of isolation, we can inspire global unity by mending broken relationships in our communities. This is what it means to be Mamlechet Kohanim Ugoy Kadosh. Next week's Torah portion is called Shmini, and it will continue on the 8th day after the inauguration ceremony. Are there any other surprises for us?